wires and light the fires. Once again, it is on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. I hope you had a great day. We're getting ready to get trucking here. Doing a little bit of American Truck Simulator. I think we're going to be picking up on a haul that's going pretty far. Let's see what we got going here real quick. How was your day? How's things looking for you? Let's get signed into World of Trucks. What's going on, chat? Hope you had a wonderful day. I had a pretty good day, I will say. And now we're here. We're going to do some trucking and do some chilling. Maybe a little outlaw trucking. Let's see. So we've got a freight market job going from Astoria, Oregon to Junction, Texas. That's a long haul. Let's take a look at that. Yes, indeed. So where are we? Oh, we just got started on this. Okay. So we started in Astoria, cut through Washington, through Oregon. Right now we are in Idaho, headed into Utah, and then from Utah into New Mexico, and then into Texas. So hauling looks like what's this, 42,662 pounds of logs. That's what it is. It's logs. All right, let's get going. Let's get this thing pushing. We're in the Cascadia as usual. I don't have the trailer on here because of course we're hauling logs. So yeah, let's get this thing rolling. Don't need the high beams on. I think we're good to go. Let's go. This is the 2,500 horsepower beast motor under the hood of this. So it is going to get going pretty doggone fast. Real easy to get out of control and lose a load here. I don't think we're going to be doing much outlaw activity here today. Okay. We're going to take it easy. We're going to truck and chill today. Straight here. We're going to do a little trucking and chilling. Let's set the cruise control. I think it's supposed to be 55. Let's set it down to 60. We're just gonna hold on and get where we're going. Plenty of fuel. Okay, I don't think my driver's tired. Don't see any indication of that. But if we yawn, we're gonna have to take a little nappy nap. You know how that goes. If you're on TikTok, whoa, see that's what happens when I look at chat. If you're on TikTok, if you can tap the screen, I would really appreciate that. Tap the screen, share the live. We're gonna be on here for the duration of this drive. We're not gonna be on here all night doing this one. This is the duration of this drive, and then we are out. So sit back, relax. Same way I'm doing. I'm sitting back and relaxing. And we're just gonna do this drive. That's a U-Haul truck. That's like an old U-Haul truck. They don't look like that anymore. But this is Idaho. I've never been to Idaho. We're cruising along 60. I think I can do 65. So let's control up to 65. I'm not doing much outlaw stuff here tonight. You know, when we do the outlaw driving, it can mess you up because you can lose load you can lose a load anyway. When you're driving 100 miles an hour and dodging through traffic, you damage that load, you end up missing out on a bunch of the money. Not that we're making actual real life money doing this, but it's kind of the point to build a business, right? And that's what we're doing. Yeah, 2,500 horsepower. This is the Caterpillar C15 Beast. This is a motor made specifically to just bobtail and do burnouts and stuff like that. And I had it in this truck just to have some fun with it. I just didn't take it out. So we're running the 6-speed transmission as well, which it seems to do okay. We don't do too bad on fuel. And you know, the power is actually pretty nice when you need to get some stuff done. We're hauling, you know, all together I think we're at like 72,000 pounds for truck and logs. And this thing is able to really get going. There's a rest area over there. I don't think I need rest yet. So we're gonna keep on pushing. We're gonna keep pushing past all of that. Over on TikTok and want to join us on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/you-know-what-I'm-saying. That's YOUKNOWUT. I am SAYIN. You know what I'm saying. All one word. I've been you know what I'm saying since the PlayStation 3 got PSN. When PSN first became a thing, you can play online, that was my name that I chose. And then we were playing, what were we playing? We were playing Wipeout. Was it Wipeout or Wipeout XL? One of those games. But that was the game I played, Wipeout. And I was, you know what I'm saying. And then I got a game called Mad. You know what I'm saying there too, because you don't change your name. Oh, buddy. Because you don't change your name there either. I am absolutely flying in these corners. Does it look like I'm driving fast again? Does it really feel like I'm just flying? No yawns yet, so I'm not going to be stopping at this rest stop. The speed limit is 7. Is that for trucks too? Should have grabbed the mouse. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh. Local road 65. City 35. I guess local roads means the highway. So we'll stay at 65. Buddy, you gotta help a ninja out. Help a trucker out. I said, am I a real trucker? What it look like? What it look like? No, I'm not a real trucker. I'm the CTO for a nonprofit organization. I work with computers during the day, my friend. So I think we'll go 65. We'll see if we can take it there. Nice little cruise. Not doing anything too serious. Just having a good time. Check out the interior. Have fun. I think it's very nice. I saw these video mirrors in a truck on Euro Truck Simulator, and I had to have an American Truck Simulator. Euro Truck Simulator is really cool. The trucks, I think they're technology-wise they're the same, but the rules make it so that the Euro trucks have to do cab over, so they have that real short nose because they don't have the engine out in front. The cab is literally over the engine. But man, with that short truck up there, man, those things are able to maneuver, which you kind of need to over in Europe driving. very tight roads. So the WRX. I do prefer driving from this camera perspective. This lets you, I think it, I don't know, it just feels a little calmer. I think the game looks better like this, right? Like you can see a lot more, you can change the angle. This is much more photographic. But turn. Oh boy, it's not over here. That was close. That was a close one. Vehicle inspection. I must be in a different state. Is this the vehicle inspection? Fine for skipping these. And we're not in outlaw mode, right? We're just doing our thing. Stop at the truck stop. Let's see what we're waiting in at, boys. I think I'm like 72 altogether. Let's see. Oh, 76,609. Vehicle is not perfect and perfect. Be more careful. Oh, I remember now. I did do some funky stuff before the stream. They're right. We need to get some repairs for sure. So once we drop this low, we'll get her fixed right up. Don't even worry about it. No big deal. You see how quickly it gets up to speed? You see how quick that is? We're at 70 miles an hour already. Over 64. That's awesome. Speed limit is 70. If I go 55, I'm gonna put it back in this car. So I think that means I can go 65. I'm not sure. Don't tempt me. I'm willing to risk and take it. I will speed. The handling is on like realistic or whatever. So it gets wobbly. I notice it's not as wobbly with these logs as this matching trailer that I have for this truck. That's kind of interesting. It's a helicopter. Stop this time. Maybe just a little bit of outlaw. Just a touch. Not too much. You see, that wasn't like really a lot, right? Yeah, we're going 65, 60. Back it up. couple moves. We're not doing a whole lot. Just showing them some moves. Uh-oh. That's scary. Hey there, Eleanor Papa Ford. Thanks for joining on TikTok. If you don't mind, tap the screen. Just tap, tippity tap the screen. Tap the screen. Nice and easy. We're just taking it easy. We're not being tempted to do, Outlaw. You are getting tired. You should find a place to. Okay, that's all I needed to hear. We're gonna rest right up here. Perfect time. We are gonna rest right up here. Yep. Ooh, look over here. Oh, please don't. Okay. I had complete control of that the whole time. No problem. None whatsoever. We're going over. Get some sleep. Let's have the rest stop down here. Looks like there's one over here to the left. Not so hot. Okay, so there's fuel. We don't need fuel, I don't think. But yeah, this is what we need. Alright. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm playing with a controller, okay? If I were playing with a wheel, I would stay just like this, and I would back this truck into that spot. But the controller's not as responsive as a wheel is. Therefore, I will be using this camera angle. and you can judge me if you want. I will judge me too. But all this happening is I'm backing into this spot. Bingo. Perfectly parked. Let's go to sleep. Okay. All right. Good nap. A little drink. All right. Start her up. Make sure the headlights are on because that's like the worst ticket to get. Oh, look at our gas. We're like pretty much full, but I mean, we're still in reverse. I knew that. We're just gonna top off here because I think we're in the middle of Idaho, and this gas probably costs 98 cents a gallon. Let's see, $3.44 a gallon. It's $3.44 and 98 cents. Same difference. All right, we're full back up again. Let's get back up. See, we're not outlawing today. We are responsible trucking. They're trucking responsible. No. You know, I was just looking at wheels. They have the Logitech. It's literally in a tab on this monitor over here. It's a Logitech something. It's not no tab that's open, so I can't tell you exactly. But it's got the wheels, have 3 pedals, so I can play, you know, my racing games with it as well. It's got the dual motor force feedback, which I feel like that's probably a good move for me. Not that there's anything wrong with the controller per se. I just feel like the wheel's better. You know? The wheel's better. Back on the road. I drove through Texas one time in real life. And, you know, being from California, you can drive all day and still be in California if you're going north to south. Texas is the same way, going east to west and north to south. Texas is massive. And that's a lot of nothing driving through there. A lot of cows, farmland, just a whole lot of nothing. A lot of land. Beautiful, stinky. It did not smell great because the cows. The cows. You know, generally speaking, cows are going to have an odor. You know. Set the cruise control 60. Needs more vehicle inspection. How is my vehicle weighed 200 pounds more than it did at the last inspection? Your fries are cold? That doesn't make any sense. You gotta report that, man. You gotta report that. You gotta go in there and look at this. Hey, it's a Chick-fil-A truck. It says eat more chicken. There's cows holding it. Let's see, get over here a little bit. That billboard is reversed. Is it like a technical thing? Well, my 6 camera would go like that. Let's aim you down a little bit. There we go. Yeah. All right. Back to it. Back to it. Oh yeah? How'd she like the sandwich? Oh, that's good. When it's a little fast, it feels a little fast. Okay, so we're headed towards Vegas now. Headed towards Vegas now. So far, so good. Check this out. So the setup is dual 27-inch, not ultra wides, but widescreen. There's no curves. Dual 27-inch Acer Nitro IPS monitors with HDR. So it looks really good. I have and I'm running on a 4090 as well. I have done the thing where the game goes across both monitors, and it actually looks pretty cool. The only reason I don't really do that is because you have to make so many adjustments to the stream in order for it to look right, and then the recordings don't look great either because of that. It's super wide. So I don't know. I've liked these monitors since I got them. I don't know if I want to go to a single ultra wide or just do a third monitor. I could do a third monitor in the center. That's an ultra wide, and then use these two as peripheral monitors. That could work. But right now, I'm playing on the monitor to the left, and I've got everything else over here on the other monitor. That's how that's been. Whoa. Yeah. So this is running at 1440p. I think that's 2K. 1440p. Which I could run it at 4K. I don't think these monitors are 4K. Maybe they are. No, they're not. I could run it at 4K, but I prefer frame rate over resolution. Especially so for this game it doesn't really matter as much. I could definitely, see going to 4K for this just to see what it looks like in some of these mods that I have on here. But 2K looks great. Especially because I don't drive like this. When you do this and you get these wide views, it looks really, really good. This looks really good. I'm a frame rate. I need the frame rate to really be high, because when you don't have the frame rate, weird stuff happens with the way the motion feels, and I don't like that. What's this guy doing? That's a Whole Foods. Look, hey, baby, it's a Whole Foods truck. I was just talking about Whole Foods, and here's a Whole Foods. I use a camera mod that replaces camera 5 with a between the pipe camera. So like on the roof, like over the roof view. Okay, I can see that. I think probably, I'll be honest with you, if I had my choice, I'd like this view right here. I think this is right over the hood. right? Like outside of the glass. This is my favorite view. The only problem with this view is I can't control the camera, so I can't look left or right. That and I don't have any navigation, right? Like I don't know where I'm going. So this view, of course, that's where I have the nav. I don't really like the overlays too much, you know. Bug on the bump, yeah. So we go. So this one I like, and then this one. I think that's what we're talking about. And the sound is really good out here too. It's like the microphone outside. I really like the way this sounds. Stop. Check GPS. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, absolutely one of my favorite views. So this is fine. This is fine. I like looking around the cab sometimes. It looks like a cool place to be. You know, got the microwave up there in case I want to microwave like a Tina's burrito or something. You know, the important stuff. Those things. But if I could get a mod that let me drive here, and then maybe I can set up an iPad like somewhere on my desk, put an iPad with the navigation, and then just let me move the camera left and right so I can see. This is where I would drive. I really do. I just need an iPad. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll set up an iPad that shows me the speed. Grumpy, thanks for hanging out and joining up in the chat. I appreciate you chatting with me. Tanya Todoro over on TikTok, thanks so much for hanging out. Tap that screen. If you're on TikTok, man, you guys can tap that screen and share the live. That'll get a lot of stuff. If you want to join us over on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/you know what I'm saying. Spelled exactly how it sounds. There's no way you can spell it wrong. There's actually a million ways you can spell it wrong. It's YOUKNOWUTIMSAYIN. Yes, it's 16 letters. Yes, it's a lot to say, but you will never forget it because it's something that you say every day. Next time you say it, you're like, you know what I'm saying? You'll be like, oh, that's that streamer guy with the truck with the orange wheels. And then you'll remember. And then you'll come see me on the stream. See how that works? You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, we're not doing much of the Outlaw stuff tonight. I don't know. We might get into some Outlaw stuff. I like doing the Outlaw stuff. The Outlaw stuff is when we just speed for no reason. I got this big motor in this truck. Okay, it's 2,500 horsepower. A ton of torque, and it moves. Okay, this thing can look. The problem is at low speeds, you will lose the load. You'll tip over, and tip it over, lose the load in this game is the worst. Because now you got to call service. They got to tow your truck somewhere. Then you got to pay for all the repairs. You 100% did some damage to the cargo. So you're going to get paid less when you actually deliver it, and depending on how long it takes them to tow you, you might be late delivering the cargo. So you could, theoretically, if you tip over, you could be in a situation where you lost money on this run. So, you know. Another inspection. Am I? You know what? I must be in that place where I've crossed through like 2 states. It was not perfect technical. I know. I had to drive over a center median because there was a sale. And lucky. Brother. That's gotta be a cop. That thing has antenna. I might change the motor. You know, the one thing I don't like about this motor is the sound. It sounds like a race engine, and I just want it to sound like a truck. You know what I mean? I just want it to sound like this sounds like I'm racing. Look how fast it is. A little bit of Outlaw stuff, not too much. Not too much. Not too much. You okay back there? No. How's the rest of your food? That's good. Not too shabby. Once they get cold. Oh, that's good. So we hit 100 miles an hour before it slam on brakes. Okay, don't move the boat. No. Alright, we're okay. Get these logs where they're going, boys. You gotta get these logs where they're going. If I get a ticket now, it'll be for like $30,000. Did you see that? You see how fast I was? I don't know so much. This game is supposed to be very relaxing, and it is. It is. I put effort into not making it relaxing by speeding in straightaways and stuff like that. I will pass on the shoulder. I won't run red lights if I don't think that your town can afford red light cameras. I believe in unfair advantages in life and in games. Like, this is just how I live. Why they have those baseball field lights on. They've been on a lot. Come on, focus. I could have lost it there. Here we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on Twitch. Don't be afraid to hit that follow button. Okay? All I'm saying is, hit that follow button. Be followed. That's free. I play a variety of games. I'm Team Grumpy, thanks so much for the follow over on Twitch. Team Grumpy, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I really. Oh no! Grumpy, almost lost it. Did you see that? Oh my god. That was a close one. That was a close one. Made it though. I played this with my girlfriend and a few others on a 128 slot modded convoy server with a bunch of other people. I would love to play on a convoy server. When I look at convoys, though, because of the mods that I have running, it doesn't really. So you have to open up your own server when you're running a bunch of mods. Is that the idea? Okay. So that's the deal then. What I'm only running 28 mods. I try to keep it running pretty lean. I can run a bunch of mods on here, but I try to keep it, to the stuff that's really going to make an impact that I like to see. You have 5 mods in the server provides. Okay. I don't mind not running mods. Oh no! Almost lost it again. What the heck? What's going on? Almost lost it again. It'd take a ton to pack them into 4 mods. Okay. Oh! I gotta stop looking at the chat for a second. Yeah, I definitely want to get involved with some convoys. That seems like a lot of fun. Or it seems like it will suck. I don't know. All I know is my truck is fly. You've discovered a recruitment agency. Oh, sweet, I can hire more people. My truck is fly. The trailer is also fly because it matches. Makes it easier to getting the order of it. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. But yeah, man. Hit me up on Discord. You know what I'm saying, on Discord. And we'll take a look at your server. So we're waiting for this guy. Now, we think this town has red light cameras. Where are we? Where are we? Moab Brewery. We're gonna risk it for no reason whatsoever. Hey, Henry. There was no need for us to do that whatsoever. I'm just grossly impatient. I gotta get that block. Oh, I gotta get Junior to fix that block. Some water. Very nice. Yeah, so I'm determined to just play games that I like. Right? Like, I just want to play games that I like. I played Destiny 2 for thousands of hours. I played Destiny since a couple of months after it. And that was just my game. I stopped playing everything else. Because if I'm playing something else, that's time that I'm not spending playing Destiny. So between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, I poured thousands of hours into it. Never really missed an expansion. There were periods of time where I just didn't play anything, either because I was busy, depressed, just had other stuff going on in life. Couldn't really get around to playing. And then I would play PvP except for Edge of Fate. Edge of Fate is the only Destiny expansion that I only completed once. So I only took one character through the Edge of Fate, and I was not happy about it. It was a slog. I could play for like 20 minutes at a time, and then I had to put the game away. I didn't like it at all. Yeah. The final shape I thought was really good. The raid was really good. Associated with it, all the fights, the weapons. Final shape. It was a good, what do they call it, an off ramp for the game. I didn't want to stop playing though. The problem was Edge of Fate was not good. Edge of Fate made playing Destiny feel. Edge of Fate felt like a punishment for loving Destiny. It felt like somebody at Bungie was like, we gotta break up with these people, and here's how we're gonna do it. Here's what we're gonna do. So yeah, I didn't finish Edge of Fate with all 3 characters. I just played it with 1, and then that was it for me. I do have Marathon. I do have Arc Raiders. I played a lot of Arc Raiders actually. I like Arc Raiders. That one's pretty fun. Let's see, I play ATS, ETS2, and BF6. Just got SnowRunner. Now, the SnowRunner's another trucking game, isn't it? Yeah. I play Battlefield 6 as well. I do have some I just buy games. I do have Battlefield 6. I enjoy that one. You know what's interesting for me about Battlefield 6? I haven't played a Battlefield game since 1. I don't know if it was 1 or 4, but I think it was 20. God, it had to be 2015 or so. The one that was out around then. Okay. Working towards level 300 for Battlefield 6. My God, you're a gamer. You are a gamer. I mean that in the best way possible. I'm a gamer. You're the gamer I want to be. Holy smokes, man! Yeah, you got some time. You got some time. You know, the thing about Battlefield 6 that I don't like is, so we got it on launch day, and I bought it launch day. It was great. First 2 weeks were fantastic, and then they introduced RedSec, and it just felt like the focus of the game changed to, you know, what everybody's doing, the battle royale type experience, which I don't need Battlefield to be a battle royale type experience. I need Battlefield to be what Battlefield is. Battlefield does, especially they do vehicle combat. There's nothing on the market that does vehicle combat the way Battlefield does it. There's nothing on the market that does it like Battlefield. But for some reason they want to be Call of Duty, they want to be Apex, they want to be Fortnite with RedSec, and I really wish they would have really leaned into the vehicle combat. And don't get me wrong, you can still go be a fantastic helicopter pilot or jet pilot or tanker or whatever. But I really wish they would have kind of stayed in their lane, even if it meant not having as many concurrents, you know, because they don't have very many concurrents now, because it's kind of scatters, right? I got it on day 1. Yeah, me too. Played for probably a good solid. You know what happened? Arc came out. Arc Raiders came out, what, a week or 2 after Battlefield released? And Arc Raiders, for all its flaws, for all the issues that it has, Arc Raiders is fun. Arc Raiders is a fun game. I don't necessarily play that to play PvP, because it doesn't feel so. Coming from a game with multiplayer like Destiny 2. So think about the PvP in Destiny 2. The gameplay, especially the gunplay, that's what we love Bungie for, right? The gunplay in Destiny 2 PvP, incredibly tight. You knew what was going to happen with your gun, with every shot, just about. You know, there were issues, right? It's not perfect. And then you go to a game like Arc Raiders, where PvP was kind of like an afterthought, right? For guns that were meant to be aimed at clankas, at robots. And so it kind of feels like that. It really just feels like whoever's got a Toro and enough stamina to keep rolling as much as they need to is going to win the fight. That's PvP in a nutshell for Arc Raiders. Of course, you can do really neat stuff. You can set traps for people. You can do all kinds of stuff. But ultimately, you know, it's going to come down to who's got the stamina and who's got the Toro with the most bullets and doesn't need to reload. Right? That's really what PvP and Arc is going to come down to. I don't play Red Set myself, just multiplayer, but I enjoy the game for what it is. I do like Battlefield. I've got some pretty neat clips that I collected from Battlefield, because I'm a movement guy, and Battlefield is not a game for movement. I'm very well aware of that, but like positioning and stuff like that, I've been really proud of myself for some of the stuff that I've been able to accomplish in Battlefield 6. It's been good. It's been really good. My turn again. Please stop your truck. That worked out perfect. We are like in the back country of, where are we? Where even are we right now? We are in, we just drove through Utah. We're about to leave Utah, dip into New Mexico for long enough for them to probably want me to weigh the truck again. And then, no, wait, that'll be Arizona. Yeah. So we're going to dip into Arizona for them to probably want me to weigh the truck. And then we're going to be in New Mexico before we hit there. Okay. Tick, 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 tock. Helen Hampshire, thanks so much for checking us out. We're just trucking. We're just trucking and chilling. We're trucking, chilling, and chatting. I've got a high horsepower, high torque machine that I'm pulling some logs from. Let's look at this. We're going from Astoria, Oregon to Junction, Texas. It's an $81,000 job. And yeah, I'm enjoying the ride. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate the conversation. If you're over on TikTok and you want to join us over on Twitch, you're welcome. It's twitch.tv/ you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, just like you say all the time. Like you say it, you know, how you talking to people, you're like, you know what I'm saying? That's me. That's my name. It's been my name for a long time in this game. So yeah, so now I play, what were we talking about? Now I really like American Truck Simulator. I like Euro Truck Simulator because I like the way that the trucks are set up. The trucks are very maneuverable, very easy to drive in Euro Truck Simulator. Very easy to drive. I had a truck. Let me show you this. So I gave it to another driver, but this truck, this one, this W900, it was stretched. This truck was stretched, and man, this thing was hard to maneuver and do anything with. This was really tough. But that was like my favorite truck. This was like my best driver, and so I gave it to her. That's why it also has a high horsepower uh, engine. And then this was the one I'm in, the Freightliner Cascadia. Very nice. Very nice. Marcelino Gonzalez, thanks for joining over on TikTok. Tap that screen. Join us on Twitch if you like. You can stay on TikTok if you want to. I like Tickety Talk. Tap the screen, though. All right, let's get back driving. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. Okay, so we're going to be driving here for a little while. Might need to get more water. And if that's the case, then, that's what I got to do, guys. That's just what I got to do. All right. This is a very long drive. But I think, what did I just say? We're leaving Utah. We're going to just barely dip into North Arizona, which may or may not require I hit a way station. Probably not. And then we're going to be into New Mexico. We have to cross all of New Mexico before we get into Texas. And then we're gonna drive halfway across Texas. We got a long way to go. Settle in, folks. Settle in. I could have been. Thank you, buddy. I thought that was okay. Bypass. Oh, so we must be in Arizona, and they said go ahead and bypass this way station. Saves me like 20 seconds. Up on it. Except that's 45. I am speed. Whoa. The Outlaw here. Nice to meet you too, Grumpy. I appreciate you hanging out, lurking. I'll be playing for a while. About to jump into some Battlefield. I'm probably going to play some Marathon maybe a little later or maybe tomorrow. Jump into some Marathon. That's a good look. I like the art style. I like that they're doing something different. You know what I mean? Vassell, thank you very much for hanging out with us over on the Tickety Talk. I appreciate you stopping by, hanging out. If you have any questions or anything, you guys want to say anything about this, please feel free. Please feel free. William Grant, thanks so much for joining us over on Tickety Talk. Tap the screen, share the live. That's really cool that you can do that on TikTok. Just tapping the screen means a lot. You just tap the screen like 10 times. And that's how you like it. And then more people can come and check out the thing. So, in case you didn't know, we're in a high horsepower Caterpillar C15 powered Freightliner Cascadia. When I say high horsepower, I mean 2,500 horsepower. This thing can scoot. It can scoot. That's an interesting flight. This must be New Mexico. This must be New Mexico. That's a cool looking RV. Look at that. That's pretty cool. David Tosta, thanks so much for joining over on TikTok. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I do look at the reflection, like green on that RV. That's really cool. I was saying earlier, I was literally looking at wheels on Amazon because I do think I should get one. I'm looking at the Logitech 9.7. Hold on. G920. The Logitech G920 racing wheel and the pedals. That's the one. Dual motor, feedback, driving force, USB racing wheel with responsive pedals. It says it's for Xbox One, but you know they're universal. They are universal, right? Like I could use this with my PC, right? Or even my PlayStation. Yeah. This review says works amazing with both Xbox and PC. Yeah. So, that might be the move. That might be the move. Who knows? Who knows? While we're over here, let's do a little organization, shall we? Let's organize this a little bit. There we go. Now we got the chats lined up. There we go. Tina Gero, thanks so much for joining over on TikTok. Tap that screen. Tap that screen. Okay, let's get this thing going again. Let's get it going. So yeah, like I was saying, I am looking at wheels. I think the wheels are more responsive than the controller, and I'll show you what I mean when I park. Because when I park, I have to take it out of this camera view. Because I really struggle with the controller getting the truck. I hope the lights on red. Whatever state this is. More than things can't afford the cameras. Which either way. What was I saying? Sounds important. It sounded important. tired yet? Is it time to rest? Burned a lot of gas. Might not be a bad idea to stop up here. Is this still the recruitment agency? It's a Volvo store. Oh, that's another place I can buy. I should buy a Volvo truck. Let's go. We're gonna keep Volvos are nice on me. But I just got finished building this truck. This guy's it's got these indoor monitor things for the mirrors, which I really like. I saw it in your old truck simulator. So I need a truck with that. So made it happen, Captain. Made it happen. Rick Childress, thanks so much for joining us over on TikTok. Double tap that screen, tap the screen, hit follow, share the live. Tell us what you got going on tonight. It's what, Saturday night? It's Saturday night. We're driving around. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing? I mean, obviously you're on TikTok. But where are you? Are you at the club? Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you scrolling TikTok at work right now? Are you supposed to be doing that? I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you type. Okay. Keep it between me and you. Big Bank of One, thanks so much for joining over on TikTok. Tap that screen. Get a brother a couple of likes. You know, just tap the screen a little bit, just a few times, not too much. Just a few times. A few times for the 2 times. I'm pretty sure we're firmly into, what is this, New Mexico now? We gotta be in New Mexico now. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. We are in New Mexico now. So we're gonna pass through New Mexico, and then we gotta drive halfway across Texas. This is where I drove to in Texas when I drove there in real life. I actually did this. I drove from here, and I drove all this. Drove through here, got through here. And so the thing is, when you hit like El Paso, you go like, oh, we're basically there. Because how far could it possibly be? It can be very far, actually. We had to keep driving all the way to Waco, Texas. And then I drove back for some time later to never do that again. Oh man. Right. Back on the road. I will probably stop and fuel up at the next fueling place. Place to sleep. Oh, looks like there's one more. Nope, that's just fuel. tired fines, they really pile up. Tired. I'm also getting tired of telling you that. Don't you see me speeding to get to a rest stop before I run out of time? Stops. That's crazy. Hold on. What are we looking at here? We might be in some trouble. You're telling me that I would have to drive? No, I'm not doing that. We're gonna go right here. I don't know what this is. I don't know what kind of game you're trying to run here, game. But I'm not falling for it. We're gonna go all the way to here. And I'm not stopping. It's Outlaw time. It's Outlaw Truckin. They have red light cameras in New Mexico? Since when can they afford that? If you're in New Mexico, I want you to tell me if you guys actually have red light cameras. I don't. We're in Albuquerque. This is where Bugs Bunny. Didn't Bugs Bunny make a wrong turn at Albuquerque? Or something? Something. I think it was supposed to go like these. There's a photo trophy for me up here. So let's do that. Yeah. Oh, wrong way. Okay. How do we? Okay, fly back some. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. We're just gonna take the picture. Yeah, it's all this way. Done. Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying to get to a place where. Is that why the truck almost tipped over? Because I'm getting tired. It's like more likely to do stuff. Now I'm getting avoid sleep violations. Where? Maybe it's $200. $200. $200. Why? Because I live my life all the time. That's why. Back to back. Back. It's 400. Come on. It's a beautiful sunset, right? Very nice. We got to be right next to the place. It has to be coming up. Yeah, right here. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Just more fines. You know what's interesting is I'm speeding. I'm well over the speed limit. But instead of giving me speeding tickets, they're just like, hey, yo, it's $200 ticket. Because those speeding tickets would be like $10,000 for how much over I have to look. That's not it. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. I've got sleep violations while parking in the rest area in this game. They don't play about sleep. It's a cop right there. outside. It's giving. That's why I'm sleeping. All right, we did it. What was it? Oh, and now it's raining. I was just talking about the fact that it's raining. It hasn't rained. Nunzia Corvino, thanks so much for joining over on TikTok. Tap the screen. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. Share the live. We're still going. We have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. And we're out of water. We're out of water. We're out of water. That's not good. There we go. Oh, I couldn't see a thing. I forgot what it did. The wipers. There we go. Feels like the wind is pushing it. I know it sounds weird. What else is there? Police station. controller's charging. That's what's happening right now. Controller's charging. Couldn't have been a better time for the controller to die. Okay. Could not have picked a better time for the controller to die, which I'm perfectly okay with. Uh, so we're gonna let that charge up a little bit, and we're gonna take a quick little break. But I'm not going anywhere. So you guys hang tight.
You don't need a second job. You just need to learn how to talk to AI. You don't need a second job. You just need to learn how to
This is how
talk
I
to
became
AI.
the most
You don't need a
dangerous
second job.
person in the
You just need to
room.
learn how to
One
talk to
habit
AI.
changed
You don't need a
dangerous
second job.
person in the
You just need to
room.
learn how to
One
talk to
habit
AI.
changed
Have I been talking on mute this whole time? Oh my god, why didn't you guys tell me? I was thanking people, I was doing all kinds of stuff. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. It's been a real treat. That's my longest haul so far, and now we are in the state of Texas. So we'll find some stuff to haul out here. Maybe we'll even set up a garage here in Texas and start the business. We've got one in San Diego, one in Nevada, and Las Vegas. Maybe we'll find one. Maybe we'll find one here in Texas. Let's see. Garages. Yeah, you can just buy a garage, right? Okay, I'm in the middle of Texas here. And it's, so the world is my oyster. Where do we want to be? Dallas? Looks like you don't have much choice. There's Houston, we got Dallas. Alright, so now we got a garage in Houston. We need one in Atlanta. We need one in Atlanta too. Let me see where these are. San Diego. Probably do one in Anyway, bye. Good night. Goodbye. 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 Have a good night. Sleep tight. Good night. Goodbye. I'll see you later. Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. I bid you adieu. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Man, this Phoenix shop ain't doing shit. How do I sell them? Sell all the trucks. You guys are all fired. Everybody's resting. No. Two people are driving. San Diego's got the good drivers. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.